Landscape photography trips have been an important part of my life for years now. And while I don't get to do these kinds of trips very often, I really do cherish the ones I get to have, and the images I bring home. With that said, as you've probably noticed from these videos, my time with a camera in hand on these trips pales in comparison to the time I spent packing, cooking, eating, and of course, walking. After a wild day of photography the day before, this day was gonna be a mission. We planned on hiking from this camp all the way back to the Schwarzenbach River. Day 8 was going to be the longest hiking day we had on the trip, but to tell the truth, it didn't take long to find my first image. Lunchtime. I am very tired of these. I am very, very tired of these. I will never eat another one again. That's a lie. I'm going to do it exactly the same way next time.
Just gotta, give it a little bit of time.
The body heals. The Gatorade bar nourishes.
Yeah,
Tell me how you're feeling, bud.
top of the world.
Top of the world, because that's where
Feeling
you are.
Arctic-y.
Beautiful, beautiful. Brett, what's the score?
Just loving my peanut butter.
If only we had more peanut butter.
Only more peanut butter.
Lucas, how are we doing?
Good. Feels like I'm in my kitchen at home.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Salami and cheese, living the life here.
Yeah,
That's the way it's done.
that's right.
No,
Oh, that's mine. Archer, how are you doing?
I'm excellent, especially after what I just did.
2 or 3 pounds lighter, at least. And not a bad view to go with it.
I need a good Kurtz peanut butter.
Quite pretty walking through the valley here. Quite pretty indeed. Wow. Get a look at this place. Mount Odin is such a strange mountain. From a distance, it doesn't seem to have much shape, but from below, it's all spires and drama. How could I not stop to shoot it? Before long, we were back at our campsite from day 2 and photographing a familiar scene once more. The incredible amount of fall foliage here was just breathtaking. I was determined to capture some of that beauty before we finished our hike, and this little waterfall was an excellent subject for it. We set up camp by Schwarzenbach Falls and wasted little time getting prepared for dinner. This was a familiar spot for me, and kind of an emotional one. It's where I decided to end my trip early last year, and I'd be lying if I said being here again didn't bring that memory flooding back. Unfortunately, the cloud cover left us unsure if we'd get any exciting light tonight. And while I did set up a composition and wait, there was no light, and the image just didn't work out. Oh well. Good morning from day 9. So I have to admit, it does feel kind of reminiscent to be here again, packing up my tent for the second time at this location. After what happened last year, but you know, it's funny because the more that I go through this, the more I realize that that experience really influenced how this trip went as well. I mean, mind you, it went so much better, but I'm recognizing that you know, a lot of the compositions that I used last year just wouldn't have been possible with the conditions like they were. So, you know, in some ways I'm fortunate for what happened to me, because they created images that wouldn't have been. Maybe I would have had a bigger, longer, better trip last time, but I've had a great trip this time. I mean, I think it's day 9 now, and things have gone really, really well. So hard to complain too much, but yeah, certainly a little funny to be sitting here looking at Thor again from this angle and remembering last year and what was going through my head as I was packing up the tent. Very different experience this time, to be walking with the camera full, batteries empty, than turning around on night 1 or day 2, I guess. There you go. Nice to be back. Alright, just finding a spot out of the wind here. Yeah, so we got to camp okay. Had a nice little hike over the moraine around Crater Lake to get there. And then after a little relaxation, a little lunch, we decided to go out and try and catch some light on these beautiful peaks, since we have some wonderful blue skies today in both directions. So found ourselves kind of running around the moraine trying to capture some more images. And thankfully, I think we got a couple that might be interesting. I was able to finally get a photo of Odin. I really wanted to get a photo last year. And I know I got a couple on the hike this afternoon, but not from this perspective. So I was really excited to get a different perspective of Odin. So try and make sure we stay out of the wind. And then I was able to shoot down the fjord as well towards town. And there's a really, really beautiful mountain on the far end of it, with just this lovely light on a snow-capped peak, with some lovely rivers leading out to it. And then, of course, I got one of the wider expanse around the area too. So it's just really, really pretty here. Yeah, really fortunate to have such incredible weather. I mean, I wish I had some wood to knock on, but yeah, this is just so extremely different than my experience last year that I just keep coming back to that. We've been so fortunate. Only a bit of rain, a little bit of snow, but nothing that wasn't manageable. So yeah, what else can you say? It's been a good trip so far, but yeah, I'm getting pretty ready to go home and see my family, see my friends, see my cat, and cook a meal properly. That's what I really want. A properly cooked meal by me, not something rehydrated in a bag. Oh well. Soon. Almost over now. I'm gonna miss this place though. I really am. Yep. Good morning from day 10. Last full day in the park. Better make the most of it. Time to get up.
It's more of a horizon glow.
Breakfast actually got tougher for me throughout the trip. While my hiking partners all had a fair bit of diversity in their meals, I was busy eating peanut butter tortillas every day. And by this morning, let me tell you, I was definitely done with it. And without a hot breakfast, I would certainly find myself craving that moment where the sun rises over the mountaintops to warm me up. But as always, before long, it was time to throw on the bags and make for the next campsite. Our last campsite of the trip. Well, back to the first campsite of the trip. Nice to be back. Well, it's not even, it's just after lunch actually, just after 12, and camp's all set up, all ready for the night. So another beautiful spot and another nice place to relax. Not a lot of plans today. I've already got the Crocs on and getting very comfortable. It's nice to close out the trip with a quieter day, I think, but it's still incredibly beautiful at this campsite, and I'm sure we'll find plenty to shoot before the day's out. We'll see. 7 o'clock and everyone's heading to bed. It's hard to believe it's the last night here, to be honest, but it's been quite the trip. But yeah, I think I'm ready to go home now. I'm ready for a nice hot meal and something else to eat, see my friends and family. But yeah, it's been an incredible experience. Hard to describe, really, especially after the completely different experience last time. But yeah, hopefully I got a couple more shots tonight and maybe yet a few more tomorrow morning. You never know. But anyway, it's been a heck of a trip, and I guess I'm just really thankful to have had the experience. Yeah, what else can I say? Great way to finish off. Now, I'd love to say that the last night here was lovely and relaxing, but to be blunt, it was anything but that. The wind changed direction overnight, pushing the limits of what my tent would tolerate, but it also made sure I was up in time for sunrise. In fact, the wind only got worse through the morning, ripping my tent before I got the opportunity to fully pack it up. While that damage was really frustrating, it was also an extreme stroke of luck that it happened on the very last day when I wouldn't need the tent again for a while.
So long. Goodbye.
These last 4 days had been incredibly special. Once again, we had perfect weather, unbelievable conditions, some beautiful sunrises, and just a ton of fun. The vast diversity of scenes made sure I left with just a drop of power left in my camera batteries, just as I'd hoped. I've done a number of these kinds of trips in the past, and oftentimes I think about looking to the incredible views, knowing how much I'll miss them. Sometimes that can make the walkout a bit sad or quiet, but that was not the case on this trip. The hike out was just so stunning that we were just as excited walking in as walking out. I truly believe we made the most of every moment over these few days, and spending time with these great people made the experience even more meaningful. Lucas, Brett, Neil, and Archer made this a trip to remember, and I'm grateful to all of them for their camaraderie, their jokes, and of course their friendship. And while these last days were special on their own, looking over the images from the whole trip creates even more meaning. 11 days, 43 images, and a number of dream photos for me. This was surely an experience that I will cherish for the rest of my life. I just hope that I could do the experience justice. If you're enjoying these images and you want to see them more closely, or see some of my work from other places, don't hesitate to connect with me on Instagram or check out my website. As always, thanks for joining me on this adventure, and I'll see you in the next one.